Greetings again and welcome back to the Story of Man Vibe. My name is Andre O. Ferguson. It is a blessing and a pleasure to be here with you today. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're there right. So with me, so give many thanks. If you've seen it through the past 5 days, you have a lot to be grateful for. This world is crazy. So we give thanks that we're here today. Enough love and enough respect for forwarded on Yasso. I had a conversation with my guys yesterday. We have a closed group, Story of Man Nation. It's a men's group, so if you are interested in having deep, meaningful conversations and growing as a man along with other men, iron sharpen iron, that we say, then you are more than welcome to join this group Thursday evenings, 5:30 UK time. So the conversation yesterday was about 7 questions a man needs to ask himself every day. So we need to ask ourselves these questions every single day. And I thought it was, I was inspired to share it with you today. I don't normally share what we discuss in our men's group, but this was an inspirational conversation, and all of them are. So it's just, what do I pick to put on YouTube? But this I thought was important to share with all men everywhere. So without further ado, if you know anybody that this video might be helpful to, please like, subscribe, and share it with them. This channel as well, we talk about men, relationships, accountability. You know I love my brothers, you know I love relationships, you know I love love, and you know each and every day I hold everybody, myself most of all, accountable for the things that we do, say, think, and feel. So it's very important that we do that as individuals, and it's very important that we do that for a collective group and our peer group. So we do that in the Story of Man Nation. Again, if you are interested in a closed men's group, we discuss serious topics that we as men struggle with every Thursday evening, 5:30 UK time. So if you know somebody that this would be of value to, please let them know. So without further ado, first question: am I focused on what will have a lasting impact? Am I focused on what will have a lasting impact? Now, this is an important question to ask yourself as a man. If what you're doing doesn't have an impact on the world, a positive impact, I might add, then you're wasting your time. With all due respect, a lot of us out here chasing money, clout, career progression, and all of this other thing that the world tells us we need to achieve and have and aspire to. But if you're not having an impact on the people around you, on society at large, on the less fortunate, on the needy, then you know, you really need to reevaluate what you're doing with your life. Is what I'm doing having a lasting impact on the people around me? That is question number 1. This is going to be a short video. I just want it to be short, impactful, and powerful. So number 1, am I having a lasting impact on the people around me? Today, will I be a man of integrity? This is a question I ask my son every day. You know, what is integrity? What is integrity? Were you responsible today? Were you a gentleman today? Did you do what you were supposed to do today? I ask him these questions every day. Every time we speak, he has to answer these questions. This is a question I ask myself every single day. Will I be a man of integrity today? And we should know the definition of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing even when everybody else is doing the wrong thing. So if you see the world running around and everybody's doing the wrong thing, it doesn't mean you have to follow them. You know what I mean? You should stand up for the right thing. People have courage, always have integrity, because it takes courage to do the right thing even when everybody else is doing the wrong thing. So are you going to be a man of integrity today is a question you need to ask yourself. What are you going to do to make things better, right? So with this question is very flexible. This question could be applied to your relationship, to your business, to your family, to yourself, to your relationship with God. This question is a very important question to ask yourself. What am I going to do to make things better? You know, we all have situations in our lives that we're struggling with, and we all could hold ourselves more accountable. We all could be more intentional about how to make that situation better, as opposed to waiting for the other person to fix it or burying our head in the sand like ostriches. We shouldn't do that. As men, we should be asking ourselves, what can I do today to make the situation better? That's question number 3. Number 4, how am I showing the most important people in my life that I love them, appreciate them, and respect them, I would add. But how am I showing the most important people in my life that I love them? An operative word is showing. You know, we can tell people we love them all the time, but we also need to show it. Love is an action word, and we need to put that into action. How are you actively, intentionally showing the people around you that you love them today? Am I going to show the person, people around in my life that are important to me, that I love them today? And how can I do that? Ask yourself that question. This is how you hold yourself accountable. You ask yourself these questions every day, then you'll be able to assess whether or not you're doing the things that you're meant to be doing. Number 5, will I be a good listener? This is difficult. Some of the times I don't want to listen, I don't want to talk. So a lot of the times I know people, one of the guys in my group said yesterday, oh, it depends on my mood. It depends on my mood how I listen, right? Listening intentionally is what listening is. We have to listen in order to understand, not just listen to fob the other person off or to get them out of your way. So you just close your mouth, you go, and when they're done, you're good. No, you need to listen to understand so you can try and add some value to their lives, and that's important. Being a good listener is key. It's key to being a good man, to being a good person. A lot of the times I'm very guilty of this. I listen to try and find a solution. And a lot of the times it's just about listening. It's just about being there. It's just about making sure that the other person knows that you're there to support, and also trying to understand where they're coming from and what they're going through or whatever their needs are. So be a good listener today. Will my words add life to somebody? A lot of the times you can say things to people that literally destroy their mood, their feeling, destroy their plans. If you go to the wrong person with something that you're inspired to do with your life, and they go, no sir, that not gonna work. No, why y'all gonna do that for? No. Then you if you're not a strong person, that could literally destroy the dream that you had to build. So you have to also be very careful with the people that you share your dreams and your aspirations and your feelings, all of that stuff with. You have to be very careful. But for us as men today, am I going to be a good listener? Being a good listener means listening to understand. Today, is what I am saying going to give life to the person that I am talking to, or am I going to destroy them? Am I going to help blaze their fire, or am I going to throw water on their fire? It's important that whenever we speak, we choose our words very, very wisely. Even if we disagree, sometimes my children have ideas and plans and things they want to do, and they're very excited about it, and I totally disagree, or I think it's dangerous, or I think whatever, but I don't want them to do it. So I will ask them questions, and then the more questions I ask them and the more they evaluate their plans and their ideas and where they got this thought from and blah, 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 then they will go back and reevaluate it and go, maybe it's not such a good idea, Daddy. But they made that decision themselves, and they thought they had the thought processes, they went through the processes, they weighed up the pros and the cons by asking themselves the right question or answering the questions I've been asking, and then they can make a decision for themselves. So be wise in how you speak to people. Make sure you're blazing their fire, not put out them flame. All right, love. Will I follow the right examples, and can I be a good example? Now, this is key to us as men. We need to lead by example. A lot of us say we are leader and we're not doing the right thing. It's like smoking weed and telling my son not to smoke. That's nonsense. If you don't want him to smoke, he can't smoke. So am I going to follow the right examples? You have the right people around you. We say iron sharpens iron. Show me a company, let me tell you who you are. You know what I mean? Birds of a feather flock together. Where I'm from, this is how we speak. So if you are surrounded by the right people, if you surround yourselves by the right people, that's going to rub off on you. And the opposite is also true. So am I going to follow the right examples, or am I going to be a positive example to the people around me? Now, these are very important questions that you need to ask yourself. How can I be a positive example? It goes back to how can I have a positive impact? So all of these questions are linked, and all of them add up to making you a better man. And I will recap now, and I hope this was helpful. So please let me know in the comments. Drop me a message on Instagram or wherever you see this video, and please share it with somebody that you know or think it might be helpful to. Again, this is a quick recap of what we discussed yesterday at length. So if you also want to be a part of a closed group where you can discuss things that you struggle with or get answers to questions you may have as a man, jump on Thursday evenings, 5:30 UK time. We send the link. So the question number 1, focus on what will have a lasting impact. Question number 1. Question number 2, will I be a man of integrity today? Question number 3, what are you going to do to make a difference or to make things better today? What are you going to do to make a difference or to make things better today? How am I showing the most important people in my life that I love, respect, and appreciate them? How are you doing that? By action. Make sure it's actions and not just a bag of mouth. All right? Will I be a good listener today? Being a good listener means listening to understand, listening so you can change, so you can be better for the other person, better for yourself. In order to grow, we have to listen. In order to grow, we have to learn. In order to learn, we have to listen. All of them are linked, so be a good listener today. Will my words add life to the person that I'm speaking to, or the people that I'm speaking to? How are your words impacting people? Make sure that's a positive thing that you're doing, because words have power, brethren and sisters. Make sure we're not just flippant about what we say. I know in the social media age, anybody who wants to say anything, and we're literally destroying lives. And we have to be very careful, cognizant of things that are coming out of our mouth. We are responsible. So, brethren and brethren, make sure whatever you say, and if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. That is a principle I grew up with. I didn't always follow it, but as I get older, hopefully wiser, I am now following that principle. Sometimes I really have a negative thing to say, I'm just shut them out, because it is not going to add value to the situation or to the person or to me. It doesn't serve anybody to be negative. Will I follow the right example? And will I be a good example? So this is a quick recap. Make sure you're being a good example today. Make sure you're making a difference. Make sure you keep the right company. Allow certain things. As you grow, you should be leaving certain things in the past, because, you know, if you're 40 years old, 35 years old, and all you want to do is rave, then you have to reevaluate your thing. Nothing wrong with going out and having fun, but at the end of the day, you have to understand what it is that you are trying to do as an individual, as a man. So again, hope this was helpful. Enough love, enough respect, and remember, write your own story. Blessed love.